Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited for today's video because we get to cook, and cooking has really helped to keep me sane over the last few years. So I am excited for this one. I guess this is kind of like a new thing that I'm trying out, but I want to share some of my favorite recipes and method of cooking just for cooking for my mental health and cooking for my overall physical health, I guess. This is more so in sharing everyday recipes that are super easy to make and super wholesome. Many of you may have heard of 2-ingredient dough. If you haven't, that's great. Welcome to the club. You're gonna eat it every day and become obsessed with it, unless you have a gluten allergy. If you have a gluten allergy, I don't know if this video is for you, but maybe you can use potato flour or corn flour or something gluten-free. I think it should work the same. 2-ingredient dough is super simple. All you need for it is fat-free Greek yogurt and self-rising flour. If you don't know what self-rising flour is, totally fine. I had no idea what it was. You can either buy it and find it like at my Fred Meyer has it, which is basically like a Walmart, which is not like an Erewhon or some super expensive grocery store. Or you can make it yourself by combining 1 cup of all-purpose flour to 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, and then you've got it. Essentially, all you do is combine these 2 ingredients together, and you can make so many things. And what I'm going to be showing you today is 5 different recipes using almost the same batch of dough. But before we get started, I want to give a special shout out to the sponsor of this video, Green Chef. I have about a stack of their recipes about this big over with all of my cookbooks over to my left. It's also your left here, but Green Chef is a CCOF certified organic meal kit company that helps you cook clean, delicious dinners week after week. Green Chef makes cooking easy with step-by-step instructions, chef tips, and photos to guide you as you follow recipes. There are so many Green Chef recipes to fall in love with. My favorite this time was the truffle linguine with chicken. I absolutely love truffle. Anything with truffle, I'll eat. Green Chef has options for every lifestyle, including keto, paleo, vegan, vegetarian, fast and fit, Mediterranean, and gluten-free. Green Chef's pre-made and pre-measured sauces, dressings, and spices get you more chef-curated flavor in less time. I also love the fact that Green Chef is the most sustainable meal kit out there. Use my code Candace Lowry 130 to get $130 off and free shipping on your first box. Go to greenchef.com for more details and check out the link in the description below. All right, so let's get into this video. What I'm gonna do is show you how I mix the ingredients just to create the dough, and then we're gonna go through step-by-step instructions for each recipe. So I'm gonna put all the recipes down in a comment below so you can see how many servings of each every batch of dough makes. But essentially for every recipe, you're gonna take 1 cup of Greek yogurt and 1 cup of your self-rising flour. And you wanna keep a little bit of flour on the side just for kneading and separating and shaping your dough. I go ahead and mix my Greek yogurt and flour in a standing mixer. If you don't have a standing mixer, don't worry. I know they're like outrageously expensive, especially if you don't cook that much, so don't worry. You just need a wooden spoon, a little time for an elbow workout, and you're gonna be good as gold. At first, it's gonna look really crumbly, and then it'll mix together in a nice dough ball shape. What you're gonna do next is put your dough on a floured surface and knead it like a little cat getting her exercise in. Knead it until it turns into a nice shapely dough ball. It might be a little sticky, so just add a little bit of flour as you go. I am kind of rolling this dough into a squishy log, and I'm cutting it into 6 separate pieces. For a lot of the recipes, this is the way you're going to do it. So the first thing that we're gonna do with this dough is create a bagel. I'm making an everything bagel, but you can always choose whatever mix-ins or anything. If you wanna make a chocolate chip bagel, that's totally fine. I lived for the days my dad would surprise me with chocolate chip bagels on a Sunday. I don't know why I'm rambling, but what you're going to do is take this little piece of dough and roll it into a rope. And you're going to press the two ends of the rope together and make sure they make a nice seal. Brush it with a little bit of egg. This just really helps it give a nice pretty brown golden shine to. I'm going with the everything bagel seasoning. You can add cinnamon sugar or anything your heart desires. We're gonna throw these in the air fryer, but you can also bake these bagels as well. You can see that this one is a little poofy, but also the hole is gone. If you want a hole, just make sure that you're making an even larger circle.
All right, these are super easy to make. Just grab one piece of your dough and then you're gonna knead it out into a nice little circle, probably about 5 inches in diameter. Just make sure you keep a floured surface there while you can. And then you're gonna add a little tablespoon of cheese, then a couple tablespoons of meat of choice, and then I am a sucker for refried beans, so I added some fat-free refried beans. And then you go ahead and close up your bomb by making a little seam in the middle. And then you're going to flip it over and just press that seam in and make a cohesive little ball. Then again, I brushed it with some egg wash so it'll look nice and toasty, and then I topped it with some cheese. Straight out of the air fryer, it looks pretty good, and then you just crack it open and have that nice mountain of taco goodness. Okay, I just want to say that these are the whitest churros in the world. They're barely churros, but they're really good. So you're going to take your dough and divide your 8 pieces in half and then roll them out into little tiny logs. They're a little phallic looking, but here you have it. And then you're going to throw them in the air fryer. And while those are in the air fryer, you're going to mix together sugar and cinnamon to roll your churros in. And then we're going to make this chocolate sauce. That's milk, sugar, I used erythritol, cocoa powder, lots of cocoa powder, and a little bit of cornstarch. And you're gonna mix this up and put it in the microwave, and it turns into this insane chocolate sauce that's absolutely delicious. I'll put all the instructions in the description below. Then you have your churros. You're gonna brush them generously with a little bit of melted butter. And then you're gonna toss those around in the cinnamon sugar mix that we made. You'll make them nice and sugary. And then you're just gonna dip them in that chocolate sauce and enjoy your life with your white people churro. On to the breakfast calzones. You're gonna get your piece of dough and turn it into about a 6-inch pancake. You're gonna top 1/2 with eggs. I added spinach to mine and cheese. Then I added a little bit of turkey sausage. You're gonna fold it over and crimp the sides. And if something tears, no worries, you can just crimp it all together. And then we're gonna once again brush it with either butter or an egg wash so you can get that beautiful golden touch. Throw it in the air fryer and it is ready to go. I can even see those little bubbles right now. Then you're gonna cut into it if you want so your mouth doesn't light on fire, and just take in that good calzone goodness and start your day off right.
All right, so now that we've done these 4 different things, I'm gonna create one more batch of dough to show you how to make cinnamon rolls. And these are super easy. And I know you're like, but these aren't the way cinnamon rolls are made. You're right. This is like the lazy day cinnamon roll, but they're still pretty good and high in protein. And this will, again, take a whole batch of that dough, that 1-to-1 ratio.
This time around, I added an egg and a little bit of powdered sugar to our dough so that it has a little more sweetness, but it's the same recipe. And then you're gonna wanna really knead this all together for a little bit so that you have a nice cohesive dough that you can roll out pretty wide. You're gonna roll your dough out to about a rectangle shape. I don't know where my roller went. It's missing somewhere, so I used a glass. And then you're gonna top it with brown sugar and a little bit of cinnamon just to your liking. I actually used Swerve brown sugar for this. Then you're gonna slowly roll everything up. I strongly advise putting it on a floured surface. And then you're gonna cut that into about 8 pieces and put it in a nice little pan. You're gonna bake these cinnamon rolls, and then we're gonna make an icing from Greek yogurt, powdered sugar, and a touch of milk, and just drizzle them on those bad boys once they cool a little. And just take a moment to enjoy the sight of this right now. Grab a piece, save them for later, heat them up, and live your best life.
All right, I have gone through about 5 solid recipes to make with this dough. And if you've heard about this and you've used it before and you've also used some different recipes, please put them down below because I love using this stuff. It comes in handy all the time, especially if I want to lazy bake. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this is helpful. If you want some more recipes, please let me know because I would love to share some more. And I hope that you all are doing okay out there. I know we're living in some really unknown times right now, and I just, you know, this is just a reminder to stay safe, value your mental health, take time for yourself, be forgiving of yourself, and I will see you next time. But in the meantime, please give this video a thumbs up, like, subscribe, say hello, and I'll talk to you guys in the comments. All right, see you next time. Bye.